Welcome to the Make or Break press conference now. This Saturday, we've got Jack Rafferty and Mark Chamberlain going face-to-face for the British and Commonwealth super lightweight titles. I'm here with Ryan Garner. We're going to talk until we take you over to that top table. So Ryan, how are you doing?
Very, very well. You?
Amazing, really good. How are you doing after your amazing performance?
It still ain't sunk in yet. Like, do you know what I mean? Obviously, it's a massive achievement. British Commonwealth and European champion. But I still feel like normal old me. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, like, it's been really good. Like, I'm walking around Southampton now. People asking for photos and that, and obviously with the club and that all right behind me and everything. So it's been quality.
Amazing. Have you managed to have much downtime?
Yeah, I have, to be fair. I had a friend's wedding in Cyprus. We went there 5 days, come back for a couple of days, and then went on a family holiday after that for a week. So I've had enough chilling out now. Perfect. And I feel like I want to get back in the gym.
Is there any news on the horizon?
Not yet. Still talks, but I'm hoping there's big things planned for next year. Yeah. Big things planned in the pipeline. But I want to fight again, hopefully at the end of the year. But I know it's something planned for the start. But I want to stay busy. Let's say I've got a big year next year, and big fights. So I want to make sure I'm ready for them. So I want to stay busy. Of
course, and we want to see you in big fights. That last fight was a great fight for the fans. And I just wanted to ask you, like this main event on Saturday, how important are these big domestic fights for British boxing?
Oh, they're massive. Obviously, they're massive for fighters like myself's career, but also for the fans. Do you know what I mean? Everyone wants to see a British dust-up, don't they? Do you know what I mean? And they bring the best out of people. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes when you get these foreigners over, their fights, they're all one-sided, or they don't pan out how the fans want. But you know, when two British fighters want to put it all on the line, they make for the best fights and make for the fans for the best watch.
That's it. I mean, this show is called Make or Break. So where does the winner of this fight go? What does a win for either of these two men? Where does it put them in that scene?
Well, I know Jack's obviously, he's been the British Commonwealth. He's had a few defences of it now. So if he comes through it, he's going on the world. But even if Mark, this is his first title fight at super lightweight, I believe. So it opens doors again for him. Do you know what I mean? He's after his loss, he's trying to rebuild himself. Yeah. And they both want to go into world honours. So I think big doors open for the winner of this.
That's it. They're both on impressive winning streaks. Obviously, Jack is completely unbeaten. He's known as the Demolition Man.
Yeah.
Mark is also known as a puncher. So we're expecting this one to be pretty explosive. Can you give us a prediction?
I can't say who, because I know it's going to be an exciting fight. Like you say, Mark's very, very heavy-handed. I've been in the ring, I've sparred him, very, very heavy-handed. And obviously Jack, like you say, he's Demolition Man. He's in your face, he's fit, and he's strong himself, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's got the making of a really, really good domestic banger.
That's it. There's a lot of young talent also on the undercard. How important is it for those young guys to be getting on these big shows, to get a little glimpse at where they could be going? How important is it for those guys?
It's massive, like you say, because they're just starting out their career. So, and if I know, obviously, every fighter, they've got big, big dreams and aspirations. And if they want to go on to big things, they got to slowly start learning, being on TV, do you know what I mean, fighting in front of big crowds. So it's massive for their learning career, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. Like I said, there's a lot of young talent. Who out of these guys? Obviously, we've got Richardson, we've got Jack Turner. Which one of these guys do you think is really going to be going places? You can pick more than one if you want.
Listen, there's loads of good fighters on there. Obviously, I believe Henry Turner's back on the bill as well.
He's on the card.
He's rebuilding himself. He's a very, very good fighter. Obviously, unfortunately, come up against Jack Rafferty, who's as fit as they come, and like I say, a Demolition Man. But Henry's a really, really good fighter. Like I say, you've got young Jack Turner. Look at his record, mate. 11 wins, 10 knockouts. So it speaks for itself. He's obviously a very exciting fighter. So I can't pin anyone out specifically, but there's a lot of good fighters on there. But I think, see, Zak Miller versus Woodstock, that's got the makings for a great fight as well. Do you know what I mean? They're obviously, Leon's got something to prove. He's coming off a loss against Kurt Walker. He wants to rebuild his career, and he's got an opportunity to become a British Commonwealth champion. So, but obviously I know Zak. I sparred Zak towards the end of my last camp. Very, very good fighter, very sharp. Does everything very well. So it's got the making for a great fight.
Yeah, we're all looking forward to that one. Leon's turned up in a balaclava, I believe. Yeah. I think there's a bit of needle. This press conference could be fireworks, so make sure you're keeping your eyes on it. Do you want to give us a prediction for that fight as well?
Mate, like I say, I sparred Zak. Zak's on a bit of momentum. I think at this current, he's got more momentum on him, and he's beaten with some good fighters recently. Yeah. I know Leon in the past fought people like Kakachi and stuff like that, but that was quite a few years ago now. And I think Zak's been a lot more active. And like I say, I sparred Zak at the end of my last camp. He's very, very all-round, does everything very well. I think so. I think Zak's going to win that one.
Okay, nice. Like you said at the beginning of the stream, you're Commonwealth, European and British champion.
Yeah.
This main event is for the British and Commonwealth title.
Yeah.
How important are those titles? They're huge things. When you're small, you look up to those champions. How big are those for you?
They're massive. Like I say, it's always the traditional routes always been British, European, then world.
Yeah.
So if they come through this, then the only next step after that's world. So no, and every British fighter wants to win a British title, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? So it's a big fight for both of them, and like I say, big doors open next for world honours hopefully.
That's it. And for the man who comes away with a loss, what does that mean?
It depends. Do you know what I mean? It depends. Every fighter takes a loss different. Do you know what I mean? It depends if they want to rebuild or if it's the end of the road. But it depends where they're in their career. Do you know what I mean? But there's always obviously they're both exciting fighters, so there's always going to be opportunities there in the future to forever losers. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause they both come to fight. So if they lose, it's not the end of the road. But it's just every fighter takes a loss different. Do you know what I mean?
That's it. And stylistically, with both men being punchers, we know it's going to be explosive.
Yeah.
But if you were in Rafferty's corner, let's start with Rafferty. If you were in Rafferty's corner, what would you be telling him to do to get the upper hand in this fight?
It just depends. I think just Rafferty's got to do what he normally does. You know what I mean? It's worked every time since. You know what I mean? He's very fit. He's in your face. Throws a lot of punches, a lot of different combinations. So you got to stick with what's been working the whole time. Do you know what I mean? That's
it. And Chamberlain, he's dealing with the Demolition Man.
Yeah.
You would think he's got to get Jack past those early rounds. You've got to got to get past those early rounds. If you were in Mark's corner, what advice would you be giving him?
I just think you've got to cement yourself early, if you know what I mean. Obviously Mark, I've been in a Mark, he's very, very heavy-handed. He's got freakish power, so you're going to have to show your power early on. Do you know what I mean? And show what you're made of, and not let him grow in confidence. You know, not let Jack grow in confidence. So Mark's got to, from early, put it on him really, if I'm honest.
Okay, interesting. Okay, there's one question I'm going to ask you.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've been asked it 100 times before. Canelo, Crawford, who are you picking and why?
It's hard. Listen, Crawford, I believe he's the much skillful fighter.
Yep.
If I'm honest, but is he too fresh and he's sharp? Yeah. Canelo, look what happened with Mayweather. He doesn't like a fighter that moves and mixes up the variation. But is he too big? That's the question. So, don't know.
You're on the fence there. I'm
on the fence, but I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna go for a Crawford win.
Interesting.
I know it's weird 'cause he's smaller, but like you say, his variety.
Yep.
He switches. He's just a complete fighter to me, Crawford. Even though he's smaller, I think he can do it.
Okay, great shout. Obviously, yesterday we had the Buatsi and Parker press conference.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask for your opinion on that one. What do you think is going to happen there?
Again, I think I'm going to have to favour Buatsi.
Okay.
Like I say, if I'm right in saying Zak's only just moved up to light heavyweight, and obviously Buatsi's very experienced, and he's like I said, he's an all-round complete fighter. So I'm gonna go with Buatsi. But let's say it's going to be tough times in there for him because Zak's a very good fighter as well. But I'm going to lean towards Buatsi.
That's going to be an exciting show. Like I said, that press conference was yesterday, all about light heavyweight action there. And yeah, there's some exciting boxing coming up, a lot of explosive stuff. This one in particular, this Saturday, Altrincham Milestone. There's not many tickets left, so make sure you get out there and get your tickets. Obviously, it's all going to be live on DAZN. I'd love to know if anyone's got any prediction on these. I'm not sure if I can remember a domestic fight where we've got two fighters who are both so well known for being such big punchers. When you go back and watch Jack Rafferty's early fights, even then you hear the commentators saying, "Wow, this guy's got some power."
Yeah, they both can fight.
That's it. They can both fight. Even back in those early days of their early careers, they were taking out journeymen who, you know, are well known for giving the young fighters rounds. So it's an interesting one. If you look back at your early career, how important are those early days when you're fighting those journeymen that are meant to give you rounds? How important are those early days in your career?
They're massive, like you say, because they're supposed to give you rounds. When you start stepping up doing 10, 12 rounders, if you've got them early rounds with tough journeymen, it plays a massive effect on your career. Cause, you know what I mean? In the back of your mind, you know you've done them rounds. So when you start stepping up and you know you've got to go digging deep and go through the trenches, you know you've got it there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. Obviously, Mark is a heavy puncher, you've said that before.
Yeah.
He's coming off of a win, but his last fight before that was Padley, and obviously he lost that one. But before that, he was known as His Excellency's favourite fighter. Yeah. How hard is it going to be for Mark to come back from that loss? This could be kind of a make or break moment, really.
Yeah, like you say, it's a massive fight for him.
Yep.
It's his first title fight at super lightweight, and he's in there against someone like Jack Rafferty, who's a very, very good fighter. But I know Mark's going to want to be proving a point here. Like you say, he's not the last fight, but the fight before. He's coming off a loss, and he wants to get back in the title contention and become a champion again. So I know he's really eager to get in there and prove a point again.
That's it. So a very, very important fight for both fighters. They're ready at the top table. We're going to hand you over to Thomas Schreiber, and I'll catch you later.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final press conference for Make or Break. A great night of championship boxing to be held this Saturday at the Altrincham Ice Dome in Altrincham, England. It is all being brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensberry, along with their great sponsors, Riot Season, That Prize Guy, Global Next Trade, 32 Red, and Unibet. A big thanks to those great sponsors. Well, a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, this great event will be shown live worldwide on DAZN, and limited tickets are still available. You can purchase them through iceaccount.co.uk/boxing. Let's now welcome the participants already seated. First, from Morecambe, England, Nelson, the sexy one, Birchall. From Colchester, Essex, England, Lewis Richardson. From Bragado, Buenos Aires, Argentina, Nicolás El Demonio Muguruza. From Liverpool, England, Jack El Terrier Turner. From Leicester, England, and joining us shortly, Leon the Lion Woodstock. From Manchester, England, Zak Miller. From Portsmouth, Hampshire, England, Mark Chamberlain. From Oldham, England, Jack the Demolition Man Rafferty. And now we hand things over to the host of this press conference, the very talented Deb Sani.
Thanks, Jack. Thanks, Zak. Lovely stuff. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the final press conference. Oh, goodness me. There was one missing. Leon Woodstock is now here in a jumpsuit. Okay, well, that's one half of the one of our brilliant fights on Saturday night. Leon Woodstock is here, and we'll be speaking to him and Zak Miller very shortly. But welcome to the final press conference. A terrific night of championship boxing this Saturday, live from the Altrincham Ice Dome on the global home of boxing, DAZN. Now, your main event is a mouth-watering collision in the super lightweight division. Jack Rafferty is, well, he's in a terrific run of form right now. Unbeaten in 26 fights on a run of 6 consecutive stoppages. He's becoming a bit of a face in Manchester, and he's the British and Commonwealth champion. But what awaits him on Saturday could well be the sternest test of his career so far. He defends his titles against the puncher from Portsmouth, who not so long ago was lighting up Riyadh season shows, Mark Chamberlain. And Mark Chamberlain is carrying that knockout power, that 70% KO rate, up from lightweight to super lightweight as he challenges on Saturday night. A win for either man, and they move one step closer to the big time, to world honours. A loss, and it could be a long way back. So as we head to the Ice Dome, who will keep their cool? Who will bring the heat? One thing's for sure, neither man can afford a slip-up on Saturday night. Make sure you tune in live on DAZN. This is Make or Break. As you can see, there's so much going on up here. We've got Olympic bronze medalists. We have fighters in jumpsuits. We've got so much to get through. I'm going to start with Nelson Birchall, who is back, and it's fight number 9 for the man they call the sexy one. Nelson, how are you feeling about this one? I mean, your last fight, first round knockout, your career's going so well so far. How are you feeling about this one?
Yeah, good, Dev. Feeling nice and strong. Had a good camp with the team. Ready to kick on now and get hopefully another stoppage and a nice victory.
Now, I've got it on good authority from the Queensberry head of boxing that 12 domestic opponents have turned down fights with you, Nelson. What is going on? Why does no one want to fight you?
People's got no bottle and they're absolute shithouses.
So why is that then, Nelson, in that case? What is it about you that has got the featherweight division, certainly at your level, running scared, it would appear?
Well, listen, to me, I take it as a compliment because I'm clearly doing something right for people to be turning me down. So, I don't know. They'll have to see on Saturday night why they're so shit scared to get in the ring with me.
I am curious, though, your view on the featherweight fight, Commonwealth featherweight title fight between Zak Miller, the champion, and, of course, Leon Woodstock. Your weight division, I'm sure you're keeping one eye on what's going on there. How are you seeing that one?
Yeah, listen, I think it'll be a good little fight. I don't see myself too far behind them. Only three to four fights realistically away from them. I wish both men good luck and best of luck to them. Hopefully I'll see them down the line.
Have you got a pick? Who do you think's going to win?
To be honest with you, I only focus on myself, to be honest. I wish both men best of luck. I don't watch too much into it.
Best of luck to you. Focus on yourself, and we'll see you on Saturday night. Nelson Birchall, ladies and gentlemen, give him a round of applause. What a lovely little piece there from Nelson Birchall. OK, let's move to the Olympic bronze medalist, the only GB boxing Olympian from the Paris 2024 Olympics, Lewis Richardson. And Lewis, this is fight number 2 for you. Made your debut at Portman Road. It was quite a dream night, it looked like. How was it for you? Yeah,
it was fantastic. Really, really great occasion. The weather weren't on our side, was it? But aside from that, it was certainly a memorable night. Had some obviously fantastic highlights as an amateur, and that kicked off the pro career with another memorable night at Portman Road, and excited to get fight number 2 in the bag.
How are you finding that transition in the smaller gloves, etc., etc.? How are you finding? Do you even remember your debut? I hear so many people say it just went like that.
I think that was one of the things I was probably most proud of, or I was impressing myself that I was really present at the debut, throughout the debut. Had a fantastic camp leading into it, and I think where I'm diligent in my approaches in training and preparation, it allows me to enter fight week and be as present as possible and enjoy the moment. And I was certainly able to do that for the debut, and look to do that again on Saturday night.
Do you feel any extra pressure with this kind of, the only GB boxing Olympian from Paris 2024? A lot of eyes on you whenever you do anything in a boxing ring. Do you feel that extra pressure, scrutiny?
Yeah, the word pressure has been mentioned quite a lot. Around my name and off the back of what I achieved last year. But of course, they say pressure is privilege, but also for me, I just feel like it's a blessing. I'm very grateful to be in the position I'm in. I've got a fantastic team around me, fantastic promoters, and I just feel like I've got a great platform to springboard off and really showcase my skills to the world. But no is the answer. I don't feel the pressure. I think, again, it comes down to me preparing the best that I can, and know that, come fight night, the work's been done, so it allows me to just express myself and do what I do.
A final one for you. You are in with Artem Sparta on Saturday night. He's a bit of a tough cookie. What can we expect on Saturday?
Yeah, another one of them tough cookies. You'll see a few adjustments made. Obviously, I'm in that transition period of my career, transitioning from I was amateur for a long time and achieved, some of the biggest things you can achieve as an amateur. And we are in that transition period. I've been putting a lot of work in the gym, and you just see another clinical performance from me. Most importantly, you'll see a win, but you probably, I'd like to think you'll see a few added sort of extras. I think it's all about adding to the game. I'd never really want to change. I wouldn't want to change what I do. It's led me to a lot of success, and I believe I've got potential to certainly go on and win major titles. And what I would say is thanks for positioning me on this table, because we've got some lovely belts, which is inspiring and motivating for me. So you'll see another good performance, and a good performance on the road to a successful career for myself.
Top man Lewis Richardson, we look forward to it Saturday night, the return, and fight number 2 for Lewis Richardson. Okay, let's move to a fascinating fight. It's 11-0 versus 11-0. The WBA international title on the line. Jack Turner, El Terrier, hard-hitting super flyweight, defends his crown against Nicholas Muguruza. And Jack, I'm going to start with you here, because last time out, it was supposed to be a step up against Ryan Farag, bit of a Liverpool derby. Could he take you to deep waters? And you just got him out of there in a couple of rounds. I mean, you must be feeling so good right now in your career.
Yeah, I'm feeling... Is this on, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Training's gone well, camp's gone good, and I'm just looking forward to Saturday night, doing what I do best, knock people out, and that's what you're going to see on Saturday night, another big knockout.
Your opponent is 11-0 as well, just like you. What's going to be the difference? What separates you two?
Just getting knocked out. That's it.
Okay, let's bring in Nicholas Muguruza, who I would hope has translation available to him. Nicholas, how are you feeling about this fight, and what do you think about your opponent on Saturday?
La verdad que me siento muy bien preparado, hicimos una gran preparación, estamos listos para 10 rounds y si tenemos que ser 12 rounds también estamos listos, así que estamos muy bien.
He said, I'm ready for everything that's coming on Saturday. We've trained very, very well. He said, I'm ready for 10 rounds and even 12 rounds if need be. He said, I'm ready for anything that he brings on Saturday night.
¿Qué nos say?
It's not going 10 rounds.
Dice que no va a durar 10 asaltos.
Eso lo vamos a ver el sábado.
He said, yeah, because you'll probably fall down.
We'll see.
Dice, ya veremos.
Y ya veremos. Él está acostumbrado a terminar las peleas rápidas, pero no va a ser el caso.
He said, Jack's obviously used to finishing the fights early, but this time it won't be the case.
We'll see.
Ya veremos.
Okay.
Okay.
Jack, I just want to ask you this. I keep hearing great things about you. I heard Russ Adner, one of your coaches, one of the guys in your team, he talked about how he's seen so many smaller fighters over the years, and the only guy that he's seen with power like yours is Naoya Inoue. I mean, where does this power come from?
I don't know, I'm just born with it. I hear people and they go over, so I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, and on Saturday night, I'm going to knock this fella out, yeah.
Okay.
Yo por lo que vi no tiene todo por nocaut, así que yo le voy a hacer una gran pelea y le vamos a ganar. Y por nocaut le vamos a ganar.
He said, I respect that obviously he's got a lot of knockouts. He said, but I'm more than ready for this fight and for this challenge. And I'm going to show him that he's not going to do that to me, and that I'll be forcing the knockout on him.
We'll see.
Ya veremos.
Okay.
Gotcha. Wow. Deja vu, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like I've been here before. Best of luck, Jack Turner. Best of luck, Nicola Muguruza. Brilliant fight Saturday night. Super flyweight division. Both men predicting knockouts. And someone's O has got to go. Okay, let's move to this Commonwealth title fight. The man who made quite an entrance here today, Leon Woodstock, will be challenging Zak Miller for the Commonwealth title. And Leon, I'm going to start with you, because I've been waiting to speak to you. Tell us about the mentality heading into this. We did that face-off and you talked about prison. Talk to us through what's going through your head.
Well, I've had to adopt a solitude mindset. When I was in the gym with my coach, he says, you've always had these moments in these fights where you're doing the right things, you're doing this, but there's something missing. And sometimes we have a lot of noise going on in our heads, especially myself. So I had to put myself into prison. Not physically, obviously, mentally. I have to put myself in solitude so I can get what I need to do done.
Zak, let's bring you in here. I mean, what are you thinking?
No, I understand the logic behind what Leon's had to do to get himself in the frame of mind, you know, in the camp and through the training and stuff. But Leon putting himself in that frame of mind isn't going to affect me. That's just doing what he needs to do for himself. That's not affecting me. Whether he's put himself in prison mentally or doing what he's doing, that's not affecting me. He's just putting himself. I understand the logic behind what he's doing, but that don't bother me. Zak Miller's just going to get in there on a night and do what Zak Miller does.
Leon, is this about the Commonwealth title?
What's that?
More? Go on.
What's that?
You'll see on Saturday.
Not me out. Really? Come on, guys. Look at my resume. The fighters I've been in with. How many rounds I've done with these guys. Not going to happen. I've seen your game, Zak. I see what you do. You're a runner. You're a holder. I ain't here to play no Tom and Jerry. That's what Turkey says, isn't it, about Tom and Jerry. I ain't here to do that. I'm here to fight. So we'll see if you're about that. If you can stand there with me and go, which I highly doubt you can. But if you can, I rate you and I'll shake your hand. Because I don't disrespect you. You're a good fighter. You're a good fighter. I wouldn't have this fight with you if you wasn't. And I respect your coach as well. But what will be, will be. And the mindset and the mentality that I'm carrying into this ring is going to be something you've never witnessed in your life.
What you've just said there, though, you've just mentioned Turkey and Tom and Jerry. Now, you turned up in a balaclava the other day. Now, you've turned up like this. But we're not in Bury today, we're here. So is this just to get some attention off Turkey or something?
This is me in solitude. This is a physical representation of where I am at with my mind.
Here we go
You
again.
can't
It's
tell me what
you
it is.
in the Hilton
You can't
Hotel,
tell me.
Doubletree by Hilton, at Manchester Airport at a press
As
conference.
I said before, it's my world. It's my reality.
We're all
I'll
in Leon's
control
world,
it
guys.
And do it exactly how I want to and need to. And this is what it is.
You do what you need to do, Leon.
Leon, is this about more than just the Commonwealth title, Leon? Is this about everything for you?
For me, this is about me getting everything right. Because, you guys have seen my fights. Anytime I have lost, it's always been by falling short, only by a bit, margins. When you fight at a higher level, this is what it comes down to, the percentages. And I haven't given myself the best chance. But for this fight, and moving forward from here, I will be. You'll be seeing the best version of Leon Woodstock on Saturday night.
Zak, let me ask you this. Leon Woodstock made a lot of noise when he was coming through a few years ago. Do you think he's still the fighter that he was then?
Yeah, I do. I believe, like you just said then, you're going to get the best version of Leon Woodstock, and that's why we've trained the way we've trained. Not underestimated no one, never in my career. Leon's a good fighter. Of course, I've seen Leon coming up, seen him fight the likes of Zelfi, you know, the catchy fight. Seen him fight for many, many years, and I think it's a great fight, but I respect Leon as a fighter. I respect anyone who gets in there. That's why we've trained the way we've trained. You know, got in the gym, knuckled down, me and Jack, and we've done our thing, and yeah, I've left no stone unturned.
He's mentioned a couple of times over the years he's fought a few guys, and sometimes they run from him. What's your plan in there on Saturday? What can you tell us?
My plan is just get in there and do what I need to do to win. I've shown I can grit down, I can do the rounds, I can fight, I can get gritty, I can box, I can move, I can do a bit of everything. And if it falls down to doing a bit of everything, I'll have to, won't I?
Just make sure you do that. Because again, I've watched your fights. You're a runner and a holder. So we'll see what you do on the night. You can say what you want now, but when you got me in front of you and no one else in the ring with you, we'll see how your nervous system responds.
See you Saturday, pal.
Okay, they will see each other on Saturday. Commonwealth Featherweight Championship on the line. Can't wait for that. Zak Miller defending that belt against Leon Woodstock. Thank you. All right, let's move to this main event. As I mentioned, mouth-watering collision in the super lightweight division. Jack Rafferty. I'm going to start with you, Jack. Taking on, of course, Mark Chamberlain and headlining at home on DAZN. It's all happening for you.
Yeah, thank you, Dev. Thank you, everyone, being here for the Rafferty show. I'm very privileged to be headlining live on his own under Queensberry Promotions. Bit of a pinch me moment, but I know why it's a pinch me moment, because I've worked hard to get in this position.
And Mark Chamberlain's had that kind of taste of the big time. You've seen him on these Riyadh season shows. He's been doing very, very well. Do you think he's as hungry as you are?
No, I don't think no one is. Like you said, he's been there, done that. He's been on the big shows. You know, he's had a taste of Wembley. I think it's his first headlining show, like myself. So, listen, it's going to be a good Mark Chamberlain, but this is going to be a demolition Jack Rafferty.
We've seen Mark Chamberlain dropped in his one defeat. He was dropped by Josh Padley. Statistically, on paper, he doesn't look to have the power that you have. Do you take confidence from that?
You can take something from it if you want, but you've got to look at the other 99% of what he's done well to get there, before that, after that, winning, making himself a good name at lightweight. I think Yuri were pushing on to good things, so he'll be pushing on, or trying to push on to good things at super lightweight, trying to take these titles off me. You see this hard work here, what I've put in to get myself in this position, sat where I am on the table, with these belts around my waist. That won't be happening Saturday night.
Let me bring you in, Mark. I mean, it's been a whirlwind 18 months for you, but you must be desperate for victory on Saturday to get back to that trajectory that you were on.
Yeah, definitely. Trained hard for it. Definitely more hungrier than ever for it. And second headline.
Sorry about
that. Yeah, and just excited for Saturday night, really.
What are your advantages in this fight?
I can't say too much.
Can you say anything?
No, just on Saturday night, expect an explosive fight between the pair of us, because styles make fights. Jack's explosive, comes forward, and I'll be the same, and I certainly won't be doing what the previous opponents have done, and that's hit and run and then knock her out after a few rounds, and then they get caught up with Jack. So just expect a war.
Sounds like he's coming for a fight, Jack.
Yeah, he's coming for it. They've all tried it. Emery tried it. Massive underdog against Emery. People say he might be boxing me head off for 6 rounds. It's like that's cool, but I know what I've got in the tank. I know what I'm made of. Yeah, I prepared well for Mark. I know what he's about. But Jack Rafferty will win out and still.
Mark, I've asked you before if you know, the show's called Make or Break. I'll put it to you. Do you see this as make or break? And you said, not really. I can come back, kind of thing. What are your thoughts right now? Is it make or break for Mark Chamberlain?
No, I mean, it will be the making of me come Saturday night, that's for sure. But the make or break title, I think, is a bit irrelevant. As I said, I'm 26 years old. I haven't got a million miles on the clock. And yeah, I just truly believe that Saturday night will be a victory win for me.
Is it make or break for you, Jack?
No, it's break or be broken. Listen, it's like I said, it's the Jack Rafferty show. We're all there for me. See my name there on the top. You know, I'm ready for it. Like I said, it's break or be broken, and Jack will be doing that.
Well, you are the demolition man. When you look across here, are you just looking at the next guy you're going to demolish?
No, it's not just that. The demolish comes if the Clark Works passes it, Steve passes it, but you know, listen, I've done everything. I don't know what Mark's done to my coach, because he's put me through it, and you know, I think Steve's got a bit of a bee in his bonnet about it. I don't know what it is. You know, listen, I've got a problem with Mark. Yeah, he's trying to take my titles off me, but apart from that, yeah, he's got a massive bee in his bonnet with Mark.
Mark, 26 have tried and 26 have failed to beat Jack Rafferty. What makes you so different? What have you got that they haven't?
We'll see on Saturday night. Just when the first bell goes, and then we'll play it from there.
You're heading into the Lions Den as well. There'll be a lot of fan support for Jack Rafferty and Zak Miller as well. I'm not sure you've been in those circumstances yet in your professional career. Correct me if I'm wrong, but how are you feeling about that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I knew what I was signing myself up for this fight. I don't expect it to be down in Portsmouth, because I'm not the champion. So Jack's earned his spot in his back garden, if you want to say, and this is the challenge that I want. I want big fights. I don't want to be in boxing to have an opponent put towards me and then me say, oh no, I don't want to fight him. I just believe if you want to be a champion, you've got to beat a champion. And if that's coming to Manchester in Jack's back garden, then that will be.
Are you as hungry as he is?
More hungry.
He's starving. Must be. Can't be as hungry as me. I've worked hard for this. This is like I said, as good as they look there. It's just hard work, that. And, you know, I'll be taking them on with me and putting them back where they should be.
All right. Final thing, Jack, just tell Mark what's going to happen on Saturday, please.
Trouble Saturday, mate. Let's have it.
Okie doke. See you Saturday.
OK, that is your main event on Saturday night. Jack Rafferty against Mark Chamberlain. We're going to get some face-offs. Thank you to everyone up at this top table. I think that's quite a good presser, actually. Thanks, guys. Cheers.
You're getting good at this, aren't you? You're getting good, you're getting good. Ahora hace un carreo, ¿vale? ¿Bien?
Bien, bien.
Wow, now that was the press conference, Dev. How are you feeling after that one?
Yeah, interesting. I mean, I think Leon Woodstock and Zak Miller stole the show somewhat. There was a few nice exchanges with Jack Turner and his opponent on Saturday, and with Mark Chamberlain and Jack Rafferty. I kind of knew that was going to happen. Mark Chamberlain doesn't give away too much. As you well know, Ryan Garner's joined us as well. Mark Chamberlain's not one of those kind of trash talkers, is he?
Nah, like you say, Mark ain't really like a talker, do you know what I mean? He does his talking in the ring when he fights. But yeah, he's just the same as me, really. Do you know what I mean? We don't really talk the talk, but we walk the walk.
I noticed Jack there. He had a little bit more fire in his belly than the last time you spoke to him. He had a little bit more to say. He was a little bit more edgy, so you can tell he's really up for this one on Saturday.
I think that's because obviously he knows it's a tough fight. Do you know what I mean? He's a bit more. He wants to go. Do you know what I mean? He's a bit more. But look, he's in his backyard as well. Do you know what I mean? He's got a lot to prove. He's going to have a lot of pressure on him, so I think he's well up for it.
It feels like there's the realisation for Jack Rafferty that all of his hard work that he's put in, all of those times where he's paying for opponents on the small halls, he's now at a place where he's seeing his name on big posters with Queensberry logos, DAZN logos there as well, and he's kind of living his dream, but he hasn't quite made it yet, because he's still, like he was telling me, money-wise, he's still not anywhere near where he wants to be, so he can't afford a slip-up in the
We
ice
will
ring.
now bring the fighters for
not at all.
pictures and face-offs, beginning with a fighter competing Saturday in a scheduled 8-round featherweight contest from Morecambe, England, the undefeated Nelson, the sexy one, Birchall.
Now, there's a lot of young talent on this show. That's one of the things. Obviously, the main event is incredible, but there's a lot of young talent on this show, and this is something I think Queensberry do really well. We're going to see some fighters here that are going to be making big statements in the future.
And now we welcome competing Saturday in a scheduled 6-round middleweight contest, undefeated with one victory. He is a 2024 Olympic bronze medalist for Great Britain. From Colchester, Essex, England, Lewis Richardson.
Now, this is a super talent, isn't it, Ryan? I mean, Lewis Richardson, to have that Olympic bronze medal, I mean, it probably does come with some pressure as well.
Yeah, of course. Like you say, you've got to be a very, very special talent to win any kind of medal at any Olympics. I mean, it's the biggest stage in the amateur scene. So to win a bronze medal in that is something else. It just goes to show how much a good fighter is.
Competing Saturday in a scheduled 10-round contest for the WBA International Super Flyweight Championship. Let's welcome now to face off the challenger, Nicolas El Demonio Muguruza, and the defending champion, Jack El Daddy Hair Turner.
Now these two had a funny little back and forth, didn't they? Jack Turner's got that little bit of grit under his skin. He's ready to get going, and you know, like he said, he just wants to keep putting people away.
Yeah, this is a monstrous puncher. I mean, Ross Abner's been in the sport years. He knows what he's looking at, and he says the only smaller weight fighter that he's seen punch like him is Naoya Inoue, so he's quite the fighter.
Yeah, mate, like you say, he's quite the fighter, but with the Argentinian, he seems to have brought a nice little crowd with him, so he's obviously seems well up for it, do you know what I mean? So I think we're in for a good little fight here.
I remember quite a while ago I put out something on my Instagram basically asking everyone who they thought one of the best prospects in the UK was. I'll tell you what, it must have been about 90% of people saying Jack Turner, so since then I've been looking out for him, and he's definitely one to watch.
Yeah, definitely, like you say, in the lighter weights you don't normally get someone who has that many knockouts, do you know what I mean? So he's obviously got a very, very heavy hand, and everyone wants to see that, don't they, in professional boxing, so that's what I think everyone thinks big of him.
It definitely helps to have fan base, that's for sure.
Our next two fighters facing off, competing Saturday in a scheduled 12-round contest for the Commonwealth Featherweight Championship. Let's welcome the challenger, Leon the Lion Woodstock, and the champion, Zak Miller.
Wow, I'm so excited for this fight, Ruth, as I'm sure you are as well. I'm sure you are, Ryan. But look at this. I mean, it's not every day you see a face-off at a boxing event with a man in a jumpsuit and balaclava. That is what we get here on DAZN.
That's it. We're really looking forward to it. Obviously, Leon's come with this alter ego, and I've got to say, I'm kind of loving it. And Zak is giving as good as he's got.
Yeah, Zak's a very good talker, really, do you know what I mean? As you can see by the press conference and stuff. But Leon's got something to prove. He's trying to rebuild his career. Let's say a few years ago when I was coming through, he was fighting the Kakachis, the Zelfa Barretts and that. So he was there, and he kind of come off the ball for a couple of years, and so now he's trying to really build himself because he wants to get back there. Do you know what I mean? In the limelight and winning titles again.
Well, he truly believes that the only man to ever really beat him is Anthony Kakachi. That's the only one he counts as a loss. The losses to the likes of Zelfa Barrett and Archie Sharp, he doesn't count them because he feels like they were running from him. They felt a bit of power. They didn't beat him that night. That's the mentality. And look at the mentality here. Look at this face-off.
Very, very intense. I think this one's going to be a bit of a firecracker for sure. I'm really looking forward to it. To be fair,
yeah, I think their styles are both gel really well. Do you know what I mean? I think he said about Zak running. I sparred Zak myself. He doesn't run. Do you know what I mean? He stands. He's in enough range. Do you know what I mean? That's what he does. He doesn't run. And he's a very good fighter. Very sharp. Does all the basics very well. So it's a good fight. Very good fight.
Look at this security having to just pull them apart as Zak Miller taps that belt.
I think he wants to take it back to his cells. To be fair,
Dev, you called it. You said that this one could steal the show.
Yeah, 100%. I think it can. I love that Leon Woodstock is handcuffed today. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting the balaclava.
To be fair, he wants to be careful. Imagine if Zak wanted to give him a little dig, he's handcuffed, do you know what I mean?
You can't protect yourself.
You can't protect yourself, yeah.
I'd imagine they'll be off on Saturday night when they do finally collide.
Like you say, Zak's well up for it. Look, he's got the home crowd behind him. He's got a point to prove in front of you, do you know what I mean?
I'll tell you what, that atmosphere on Saturday is going to be electric. Altrincham Iceland, if you're not there, make sure you get your tickets. I know there's not too many left.
Our next two fighters competing Saturday in our main event. Scheduled 12 rounds will be for the British and Commonwealth Super Lightweight Championships. Let's have them now face off. First, let's welcome the challenger, Mark Chamberlain, and the defending champion, Jack the Demolition Man Rafferty.
I love that. I love the noise.
This is our main event, brought to you by Breakwater for Queensberry. Live worldwide on DAZN.
These Manchester fans do not mess about. They have come here and they mean business. They have got their man's back. Like I said, the atmosphere on Saturday is going to be unreal.
Let me make it clear, Manchester needs a hero, and I think this could be the guy. I mean, he's 140 pounds, he's from Manchester. Where have we heard that story before? A certain Ricky Hatton, he sells plenty of tickets as well, and the fans are getting behind him, but standing in front of him, that's a stern old test, isn't it, Ryan?
Yeah, like I said before, I shared many rounds with Mark. He's a very, very heavy-handed fighter, but at the same time, Jack's called Demolition Man for a reason. Do you know what I mean? He's in your face, he's very strong, very fit. I'll be honest with you, yeah, through both of them, I think it's a very tough fight, but I can't see it going 12 rounds if I'm honest.
Zak Miller is on that streak of 6 consecutive knockouts as well.
Yeah,
it's going to be a real interesting one.
They've both got a lot of knockouts between them, so that's why I said I don't think it will go 12 rounds, if I'm honest.
That's it. I mean, everyone's calling it slightly different. I can't wait to see what happens. I mean, if you go back and watch the early fights from him, they're very explosive. And right now we've got Jack Miller with us. We've got that beautiful belt.
Yeah.
How are you feeling after that press conference?
No, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling calm, feeling relaxed. Leon's come in his prison outfit today. You know, he's getting in his mindset that he needs to be in. And yeah, I hope he stays in that mindset on Saturday night because he's in for a tough fight.
Do you think he's got something to prove and that's why he's turning up the way he is?
Yeah, I do, but I believe this is going to be the best Leon Woodstock. You know, he's been out, he's not been in many big fights for a long time now. He was in some big ones, he was a big name, you know. He was under Queensberry many years ago, watched him fight, and yeah, it's a tough fight for me. That's why I prepared the way I prepared, but I'm ready.
And where does a win put you, Zak?
Pardon?
Where does a win put you?
A win puts me still Commonwealth champion. That's where it puts me, and that's where I'm staying. You know, I want to win as many titles as I can in this sport. I've won 3 already, so let's see where I can go. Got Queensberry backing me now, and yeah, it's fantastic. I'm buzzing.
Ryan, I mean, you guys have sparred plenty of rounds as well.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm not trying to sit something up.
He said it earlier.
I got his right hand bastard.
He loves it, doesn't he? He tries to get everyone to fight.
How good is he?
He's very, very good. Like you say, he was at the start of his camp, and I was at my end, so I was peaking perfect. And he come down and he gave me real good rounds. So I know how good he is, mate. Do you know what I mean? And I believe it would just, like you say, he's been very, very active. Better than Leon. He's not been very active, and he's been winning titles, mate. And I believe he's going to be show a different level come Saturday night.
Have you enjoyed this build-up?
I've enjoyed it every time I'm on here with you. You know, I've enjoyed it. Even when I was on the other side of the table, on the B side, I enjoyed it against Nathaniel Collins. You know, and Masood Abdullah. Now I'm part of Queensberry now, you know.
Part of the team,
part of the team now, is what I mean. That's why I'm down sparring Ryan, helping him, you know what I mean? We're good mates.
We're both part of the same team, Queensberry. We're here to help each other, we're here to push each other, and that's what we're doing.
Queensberry's flying, and we're here to stay, me and Ryan, 100%.
There's a real buzz here today. You've got the Manchester crowd behind you. There's this buzz in Manchester about boxing that you don't get in many other places. On Saturday, it's going to be crazy, that atmosphere. How much are you looking forward to walking out in front of your home crowd?
Well, it's crazy, you know. Manchester boxing's getting back booming now. You've got me, you've got Jack Rafferty, just signed Bradbury. We remember as kids going watching Ricky Hatton and Terry Flanagan and Anthony Crollo. Now we're following in their footsteps, so let's keep it cracking and let's keep on rising, Manchester.
One more thing I'm going to ask you. I know you don't want to give a prediction, but we're nearly there. We're nearly to Saturday. Are you going to give us a prediction?
Yeah, predict a Zak Miller win by any means necessary.
Any means necessary, that's what we like to hear.
See, that's what makes for an exciting fight, do you know what I mean? He's going to leave it all in there, that's all that matters.
That's what we want to hear. These titles really do make these fights a little bit more special. Obviously you want to win regardless, whether there's a title on the line or not. But these titles really give it that extra little bit, that extra cherry on top of the cake. What has it meant to you to be in this process, in this journey with your good friend Jack Rafferty?
Yeah, it's great, you know, we've come through the small halls, as we said before, together, but we didn't have any titles, and then people think you're hungrier when you're going for a title, but what about when you've got it and you're looking at it in your house every day and you don't want that to go nowhere? You've got to go to that venue and then underperform and not bring that back home with you. No, these titles are coming home.
That's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
I also just wanted to touch on, obviously yesterday we had the press conference for Buatsi and Parker. Could you give us your thoughts on that? That's an amazing fight coming up.
I think it's a cracking show, you know. Lights out, is it called? You know, the light heavyweights there. It's a cracking fight. Zach Parker and Buatsi, people who I look up to, you know, they've been in the game for years. They've done fantastic things. I'm going to be honest with you, I can't give you the prediction just yet for that. I'll have to see what's going on and how they're going. But no, even Brad Rayland and Arthur, quality fight. You've got Lappin and Troy. It's a quality card, and I'm excited to be there.
Blue versus red,
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, mate. City versus United. One final thing just for you, Zach, because we've toyed with the idea before, but I want you to commit to this now. I want you to commit to being called Little Baby Miller.
Let's get this one out of the way, and we'll try and get it in writing.
Little Baby Miller.
It'll cost you a few quid though.
So that's it, you heard it there. It's been an explosive press conference. Much thanks to our mate Zach.
Thank you.
We've really enjoyed it. It's going to be an explosive night of boxing. Make sure you're there this Saturday. Altrincham Ice, there are not many tickets left. It's all going to be on DAZN, the global home of boxing. I'll see you there.